Hello everyone, welcome back to Fight Tonight channel. Frank Martin expects to be in top against Gervonta Davis, ready to go in there and to capitalize. Frank Martin confident he will bring best version of himself against Gervonta Davis. Frank Martin says he is in a blessed position to be able to fight a big name on a big stage to enhance his career. As Frank Martin nears his June 15th fight date in Las Vegas, headlining against Gervonta Tank Davis, Martin spends a few minutes talking to TMZ about his thoughts on the fight and why he is ready to seize the moment. Martin on how he is feeling heading into the fight. I'm feeling good, man. Just tapering down. You know, we got about 2 weeks, so we are tapering down and we sharp, but just being on a point mentally. That's the main thing. On what challenges Gervonta Davis poses for him, I feel like he poses a lot of challenges. He a balanced fighter, a well-rounded fighter, so he gonna bring the best out of me. On how he becomes the first to beat Gervonta. I feel like I got a lot of things that him, the world, a lot of people might not expect that I got. So I'm just ready to go in there and capitalize of the moment. On being the underdog in the matchup. That things embrace it. You know, like I say, bet with me, win with me. That things is one of those things like I embrace it. I'm eating off of it. It's fueling me. So it is what it is. It ain't going to change, so I just got to go out there and do the unexpected. On what a win over Gervonta would do for his career. It means everything. You know, this moment don't come by like that for a lot of fighters. So me getting it and me being able to change the seat, get in that seat, it's a blessing to be able to have that type of opportunity. Frank Martin said. Paul Malignaggi has no doubt who wins. Gervonta Davis, Shakur Stevenson, way too good. Gervonta Davis against Shakur Stevenson is one of the most sought after bouts in the sport of boxing, particularly now that it's a lightweight unification. Gervonta Davis was upgraded to full WBA champion when the belt was vacated by Devin Haney, and Shakur Stevenson won the WBC strap against Edwin De Los Santos, which was vacant for the same reason. With an intriguing clash of styles, a Davis-Stevenson bout has fight of the year potential written all over it, while Gervonta certainly isn't lacking in the skills department. His most notable weapon is accumulating power, proven by 27 knockouts from his 29 wins. Stevenson is perhaps the best defensive boxer fighting today and focuses on neutralizing his opponents through movement and timing rarely, letting them plant their feet to throw anything with a real intent. Should the fight materialize, many think it would be a close affair. Not Paul Malignaggi, the former world champion, turned analyst told Pro Box TV that Stevenson wins with easy. He is the best pure boxer in the sport. Nobody can touch him, nobody can beat him, including elite levels guys. Shakur Stevenson would beat Gervonta Davis and make it look pretty easy. Davis' power is always a wild card, but Shakur is way too good. Thanks for watching guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel.